Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Gannon, aka the Domesticated Caveman, and we're here today with episode 8 of Pardon the Articulation. So let's get into some stuff. I got Zach Y with me.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Pardon the Articulation, a quick, fast-paced, 2-minute timer topic, conversation we're going to have. We got a banger of a show for all of you today. We hope you enjoy it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video, comment if you are new, and if you're here for the premiere, thank you so much for joining us. Gannon and myself, hopefully, if I'm around, we'll be able to comment with you and enjoy the conversation. So let's get cracking, Gannon. I'm excited for this.
All right, brother, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, we got 2 minutes on the timer. Let's do this. So let's talk about cliques in toy photography, and are they good or are they a bad thing, or is there even any question about that? I've got a little bit of a different take. I don't necessarily think they're bad. How about you, dude?
I think cliques, the word clique itself has a negative connotation around it. I think people hear clique and automatically think negative. I think cliques are necessary and they're definitely foundational to community, to whatever, because they kind of set the trend or the example, and we kind of follow behind them. And I think that the part with cliques that people get rubbed the wrong way is that they're not a part of the in crowd, and when they're not part of that inner circle of a specific clique, they feel left out, and then they get jealous or whatever it is. But we all personally have cliques in our life, so I think people need to again put the brakes and kind of just look at things. You can't be a part of every single thing that's out there. What do you think?
Well, I don't think clique is gatekeeping all the time. I think that clique can be confused with gatekeepers. They may be gatekeeping their little group of friends, but that could be for various different reasons. You know what I mean? Like there's people that have things in common. You know, I told you the story earlier of the guys that, you know, all of us guys that sit around at the end of the bar, and, you know, I guess you would call that our little clique. It's not that we don't like other people, we don't want, but there's topics and inside jokes and conversations that we have amongst ourselves. It's not meant as a disrespect to anyone else. That's just our little clique. And like you said, I think the definition of clique is probably reflects exclusivity and an unwillingness to let other people in. I don't know. Sometimes that's just life.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. Not everybody's going to be able to get along and have the same viewpoints or have the same type of personality where everything, clicks, pun intended. Yeah. So yeah, just get over it. Just get over it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it so much. So yeah, anyway. All right, interesting. Let's go to the next slide here. Now we're going to talk a little bit about stop scrolling and give somebody a like, will you? When you're sitting there on your phone and you're flipping through and you're going and going and going, I mean, how much effort does it really take to just stop, pause for a minute, and look at somebody's photo for reels? So what's your take on this, Zach?
Yeah, other than laziness, there is no real excuse as to why you cannot like the freaking photo. If you stop for more than 3 seconds to enjoy a photo, there is literally zero excuse as to why you can't just do a tap. That's what Gannon's saying. A little tap. That's a little double tap. That's it. Just a little tap, double tap. All right. Yeah. It helps out so much. And one more point I'll make is that imagine if you're out in the world and you get a random compliment from somebody. Oh, hey, you look nice today. That is like the equivalent of what we can do for somebody else. So keep that in mind when you're doom scrolling, drilling all over yourself. Just stop for a second and pay somebody a like.
Yeah, I think that's a simple ask. We keep talking about community and prop and community and doing those things. This is a tenet to me. You know, you don't have to follow them. I'm not saying you should be following them. You should be following everybody in the toy photo community. I mean, that's what the community is there for. But the thing that gets me is people's lack of paying attention when they're scrolling. You know, everybody knows views are down. Instagram's going to reels. It's hard to capture people's attention in your feed. So when you do see something out there, you should definitely give it a like, man. It's not that hard. Everything. If you see a toy and like it, double tap.
Tap. Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, we are going to talk about it at length, and even in the show with community, it's just a good way to keep spreading the wealth amongst everybody. And one point that Gannon made is before him and I were talking was like, imagine if you're a smaller page and you got a bigger page that sends you a like, oh, hey, you paid attention. And it's kind of a dopamine hit, and it's healthy. So just, again, be nice to each other. If you stop for a second, hit the double tap. There's no reason why you can't.
Check out that song they got playing. Maybe good. So. All right. Then we get right back into this, which I think both of these things that we've talked about before, don't say community, be community. And to me, part of being the community is you actually have to take the time to look at things, look at the photos from these folks that are putting out. I don't know what we're doom scrolling for exactly. I mean, it's like one thing that you'll look for, like, oh, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. I mean, what do you think, dude?
I think with don't say community, be community. I think that statement kind of gets lost on people. The idea should be that we all bring each other along and we all succeed together. If you see on the slide, it says, be the reason someone stays. Welcome new people, answer questions, share your experience, give credit, be patient, be kind. That is so important. And one thing that Gannon talked to us early on, talked to me with, is grassroots. Spend time reaching out to people, cultivating this community, spending time with people. You don't have to spend time with everybody, but share some thoughts. Hey, great photo, a like, any of that stuff. It helps out so much, and then people tend to pay that forward. They're get treated with kindness, they'll treat others with kindness.
Yeah, I think that's probably still one of the most important things in the world to me is the organic growth that we did with GFPF, for example, was very, very much founded in grassroots and taking time and saying hey to people and getting to know people by name. And we've been complimented on that as a group, that, they've never seen guys. We just know everybody by name that comes in there. And I'm proud of that because everybody's important. And just taking the time to actually do that stuff is, important to me. So
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So let's talk about collab fatigue. Again, another community thing that we're going through. I don't know about you, but I'm in too many collabs. How about you?
I was until I left just about all of them where I got kicked out.
Were you misbehaving again?
No, I just, I have an issue being confined into a box where I'm told, if you don't do this thing, we're going to kick you out. Well, they just kick me out then because I'm not going to be forced to do something I might not want to do or agree with. So I think the intention of collabs, it's in the word collaboration, should be that we're all in this kind of thing together, and that if we're going to agree to do this collaboration, that we all of us try to put our best foot forward. Being told that, hey, if you don't do this, we'll kick you out is so discouraging to me. It makes me not even want to be there to begin with. And that type of mentality, that is for the birds. But overall, I think collaboration groups are great because they help everybody kind of get a light on them.
I probably was kicked out of a few and just didn't even know it, if I'm being completely honest with you, because there were so many of them that there for a while. I was just like, I don't know, maybe. I told you the story about getting invited, or just a random chat, popping up one day, and it was a collab group, and I was like, okay, I don't remember joining this collab, but I guess I'm in this collab. And I didn't have time. It was like, there's like 3 weeks in a row I didn't put a photo in. Somebody said, hey, you're not participating, you're gonna get kicked out of the group. And I was like, dude, I didn't ask to be in the group. So, I'm not trying to be a jerk here, but I suddenly showed up in here and now I'm getting kicked out. So
it's like, what the hell am I doing here?
Right, just go ahead and hit that kick out button, dude. I'm good. No harm, no foul. So
yeah, I understand that, like, in collabs there has to be like rules and there has to be participation. We want to make sure everybody's doing, sharing, whatever. That's great. Just if I can't do the collaboration because it's of an action figure or a group of figures I don't have, I should not be kicked out for it. Okay. That's stupid.
Well, one last note on that. There are the collab groups that I do love out there that are the ones that invite you in and you get to participate when you want to. And those are my favorite ones.
That's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be. That's exactly right. All right, cool. So let's talk about the lousy, stinking IG algorithm. Well, so that's the question. Is it really the algorithm, or is it just life is changing, what people are interested in is changing, and we're not being fed out to the masses because what we do isn't as important anymore. I don't know. Like, what do you think, man?
Well, we've talked about how our niche genre of this hobby, action figure photography, is a small drop in the bucket on Instagram. It is not super important to Instagram to push out. You get, it's a very just small community in general, and we just are. So the algorithm isn't going to help us because it doesn't bring enough click-through rates or enough traffic to Instagram. Not a lot of people are on Instagram looking at action figure photography. A lot of people, we were talking about doom scrolling, are on there for that short form, quick hit content, and that's it. And that's where Instagram is getting a lot of its viewership.
Yeah, it's the photography boon is over, gang. I mean, like, I'm not speaking of doom. What I am saying is, if you're putting photographs on Instagram because you think that you're going to get 1 million subs, good luck with that. If you're putting photographs on Instagram because you like taking pictures and sharing them with the community, then I'm all for it. Which I think, if you look at the topics that we've discussed so far, are pointing to one thing. This is why we have the community. This is why we should like everybody's photos that we see. This is why we should all be following each other, because we got each other's backs. The algorithm ain't going to be there to help us. I can promise you that. So.
Yeah, and if we make enough waves, the algorithm actually will push us. So it's like we just have to kind of get together and really, again, become a community and to like everybody. But if we all do well, it'll help.
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah.
There you go. I don't have any enemies. Except for the algorithm hates everybody.
Yeah, freaking algorithm. Damn it.
Freaking algorithm. All right, so let's talk about this diorama craze and the fatigue that I'm having. Diorama fatigue right now, because man, seriously, there's a lot of diorama pieces out there, that a lot of shots that are using really crazy cool dioramas. What do you think?
I like dioramas. I have a few myself. It is a pain in the ass to set them up all the time. I do think, because of how popular dioramas are and how often they're being used by everybody, that people's work starts to kind of blend in together, where they kind of look like each other, because everyone's using a brick wall with a barrel and a trash can, and then they want to do the cityscape or whatever it is. And yes, it's creative, and I understand, like, it's applicable to that character or the theme you're using, but everybody kind of looks like each other now with all the amount of dioramas that they're using. I would like to see a little bit more of a change up in maybe people doing different stuff.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Well, I have two takes on it, and both of them are probably going to get me yelled at. But I think one of the primary reasons people are so hot on practical right now and dioramas is because they want to show, I am definitely not using AI. Look at me. See, this is all not AI, right? And that's fine. I have no, I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just indifferent about it. It's like, yeah, I mean, if that's, your primary focus, and look at my stuff, it's all practical, cool, I'm with it. But the other part of it is that drives me a little bit nuts is what you were talking about with the setup and tear down, and just the sheer amount of stuff that I have covering entire shelves that action figures could be sitting on. Instead, I've got these diorama pieces, and I'll leave this with one thought. When you post something and you've put all your awesome diorama stuff in there, and the comments you're getting on your photo is, dude, where'd you get that dumpster? Dude, where'd you get that fence? Dude, where'd you get that wall? I'm like, it's a picture of Spider-Man, bro. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm getting at. So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, if the diorama is your focus, maybe you just take the action figures and throw them out.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I get it, dude. So, all right, here we go. That one's gonna get me in trouble. All right,
I love it.
Framed or cropped. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here and start our timer again. So we keep ourselves in check here. I'm good with a camera because I've used the camera for decades. So I understand composition and things like that. But it's really important for technical reasons to use proper framing. How do you go about doing that with your phone? And talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so with my cell phone, and any of us phone users who will know, we can actually get pretty close to our figures without it being bulky or really disrupting. So the way I like to do it, I'm sure it's a standard, or maybe it's not. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. But I like to get my photo or my camera exactly where I want it. I leave a little room, but I want to snap that photo the closest, however the closest it's going to be to post it is how I want to take the photo. So I always leave a little bit of room, like headroom, room around the arms or feet to crop in. But you don't want to take a super wide photo with your camera or with your phone, because what happens is you actually lose a lot of the quality. So if you can get your figures exactly from the way you want and then take the photo, the quality will be better when you post it on Instagram, because Instagram compresses your photo to shit. So
yeah, it's all about composition, man. Try and set your photo up exactly how you want it to look in post, before you even take the shot.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get that set up exactly what they want. It's part of the fun of getting exactly what you want in that picture, because as much as I like to edit photos, which is, by the way, my favorite part of the process, it actually behooves you to take a good, clean shot in to when you're doing those edits. So frame everything, get your composition right. Probably not as much cropping.
Yep.
You can crop, but I've limited. So that's just me. All right. Let's talk about learning your camera a little bit. This is a subject that I get very passionate about. It's near and dear to my heart. I absolutely love photography. It's one of my favorite things in the universe. Talk to me, Kay.
Yeah, so again, cell phone user primarily. I do have a camera that Gannon has been pressing me to try for the last year to use, because he just said it. It's near and dear to his heart. He really cares about this. So on my cell phone, I moved away from auto and actually started using RAW. I didn't even know about it for a long time. I mean, I've been using it for a while now, but learn your camera. Learn how to use your ISO, your aperture, your focus, all that stuff. Take a lot of bad photos just to practice, and you'll find that doing that, you'll learn and you can get better photos out of your phone. Gannon, go ahead and talk about the camera, the actual physical camera side of things, because it's so much more involved than it is with a cell phone. It's a lot easier with a cell phone. So go ahead and talk to everybody about that.
Well, I mean, it just depends. I encourage people to, when they get that new camera and they bust it out of the package and it's sitting there and you got this DSLR with all these buttons and knobs and everything else. There's one up at the top. Find where it says M on there and just turn it over to manual. And then you need to learn the focus, or the, good Lord, the exposure triangle right off the bat, which is your ISO, your f-stop, and your shutter speed. And you figure out how you make those things work in tandem, and you figure out how to get the depth of field you want by using those things in tandem. And once you get that part figured out, locked down, it opens up the world to you, and it won't take you long to figure it out. I challenge you, if you're new with a camera and you're still using it in auto mode, that the next shot that you take, pull that camera into manual mode and work with whatever shot it is, whatever thing you're working with, work on that until you get the shot that you're looking for to come through that camera. And once you get that aha moment goes off, you're going to be great. You're going to be great. So, anyway. All right. So a lot of magic happens. I told you my favorite part of toy photography and photography. I really love the edit. I love when you go in at the end and you polish things up and you make it look good. And you try and find that line between going crazy with digital effects versus, like just like making a really cool, realistic looking explosion and stuff like that. All the stuff that, some toy photographers hate as much as AI. I don't know, but I very much enjoy watching somebody that's really good with Photoshop or somebody that's really good with different lighting effects and stuff. How about you?
Well, I think stuff like Photoshop, it's accent to your photo. There's things that you can't achieve practically that you can achieve with post, but it doesn't take away the creativity that you're doing in order to execute your shot. If anybody likes watching movies like, superhero, Spider-Man, the Avengers, guess what, guys? You think they're doing all that stuff? Practically no. It's in post where they're fixing it and making it look all cool. So yeah, I think editing is great. It's a creative process. It's a lot of fun. For plugins and apps, for me on the cell phone, I would like to see what everybody else uses, but I like Lightroom, Snapseed, and Photoroom for like my editing software. I don't do a lot of big edits. I take mostly portraits, so my stuff is pretty simple as far as what I need. I'm not doing a big action scene. If there's other apps or plugins that you can use, I'd be curious to know what they are. What do you use? I know for you it's Photoshop, but you like
well, specifically
right?
Yeah, specifically I'm talking about so I'm going to work under the assumption that you are probably already using Lightroom and Photoshop kind of in tandem, these two things together. My workflow's into Lightroom, cataloged, edited Photoshop. Then I use plugins. So my plugin of choice, there's a few of them. I really like DxO has I've got it here on one of the slides, but it's their analog effects or silver effects. It's the knit collection, and those are really fun to play with. Things like you can even get into depth of field selections, or masking. So I can mask off just at different levels of depth of field, meaning I need this area here. I want the haze down a little bit. So I need to darken that up and add a little more contrast. And you can really start playing at different levels of pixels. That's how you get stuff to really pop and look good. So I would say that one, and I would say Boris FX and there's a bunch of them, man. Mm-hmm. There's an absolute bunch of them. Honoric is in there somewhere too. But anyway, if you ever have any questions about any plugins, let me know in the chat or hit me up in DMs or whatever. We can talk. All right. Last one. Are you even getting paid? All right. So, man, like this just goes into what we were talking about earlier about the AI stress.
Oh my God.
And all this different stuff. And it's like, I'm not going to have an argument with people about it's just the point. It's just the point of it. It's just the point. It's like, okay, that's your point, man. Like we all got opinions, man. That's like yours. I mean, I'm not a big advocate of typing at a computer. I want an Optimus Prime fighting Megatron in the middle of a city. Make me that photo. No, I don't think any of us are big fans of that. I need a background that looks like a war going on, and I'm going to take a photo of Optimus Prime and Megatron and put them in said photo. Okay with that. I don't have a problem. Do your thing, man. So, whatever. Just, it doesn't matter. Stop. I'm not getting paid for any of this.
Wee woo, morality police. Can you please exit the building? We don't care. All right, your morals. Oh, AI is taken away from this or that. Listen, I don't like AI personally. I don't want to use it in my photos, but I'm not going to stop others from using it. Also, is that person using AI in their photo taking bread off your table? If not, then shut the hell up. All right. The thing with AI that people are so worried about, it's going to replace the jobs. Well, it's not your job, and it's not replacing you. Right. It's not your job. It is not your job. Okay. If it is your job, and AI is replacing you, then learn how to use AI. If AI is one of those things that you're worried about replacing you, learn how to use AI. Use that as a tool. Learn your craft. become irreplaceable. I am a
You
head
shouldn't
chef.
have to. You
I am a
shouldn't have
head
to.
chef in a restaurant. Guess what? I had to replace a guy to get there. Why? Because I bring more to the table than he could. I bring in expertise or level, but it took a lot of time and effort to get there. You don't have to worry about people taking food off your table or money out of your pocket because you're not making it off of your photos. So
Well,
just leave it alone.
And when you get there in your horse-drawn wagon instead of your car, I'm sure those guys that worked at the horse-drawn factories were probably put out of work. But I don't know, man. I just, if you're not getting paid, why are you in the argument? And honestly, listening to everybody argue about AI is way more exhausting to me than AI itself.
Mm.
So, you've drawn your line. You've said your piece.
Yeah.
Do your thing. Do your thing. Let it go. You're not getting paid, bro.
Yeah, just relax. Everybody just take a freaking chill pill,
Relax.
okay? Enjoy your hobby, all right? AI is not like the Terminator is walking down your hallway. It's going to take you out, all right? Relax.
And believe me, when we're the reason I make the subjects that I make for this show isn't just so I can sit here and vent about things. All right. These are literally usually things that have touched me, like during the week, like somebody's like brought something up, and my topics are reflective of what I'm seeing in real life.
Yeah.
And so I'm not just like bringing up the AI. It's like every friggin' week I got to hear somebody about AI, man. And it's like, I'm so over it, dude.
Yeah,
I'm
beating that
over
thing to death.
I've said this so many shows now. I think we've touched on AI because every week somebody's like something about AI, and I'm just like, it ain't going anywhere, brah. Like, get off of it, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
All right. That was our big venting topic right there, in case you
Yeah, it
didn't know.
was. Well,
We do love you guys.
yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Already, we're at the end of the show. Listen, we do a more in-depth look at all of these topics. We have PTA Overtime, where Dan and I get really in the weeds on these things. We spend a good amount of time. We got videos we're going to be posting regularly on our web or YouTube page. Excuse me. Domesticated Caveman. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, share with a friend, and don't be dicks to each other. But thank you so much for watching.
Hey, I know exactly where that. Hey, Toy Mercs.
Shout out Toy Mercs. Yes.
That was a shout out. So.
We love the Toy Mercs. Again, you're going to hear it here a lot on Pardon the Articulation. We are a big community, driven and focused and forward. And we take a lot of our inspiration from Deadman and the Toy Mercs. So if we echo their sentiment, it's because we believe in what they're doing. So call us shills. Oh, we're fanboys, blah, blah, blah. No, we just appreciate
I can't
them.
stand. No, I'm just kidding. I love them all. They all know. Except for Leaky. Well, especially Leaky. I like Leaky. Anyway. All right, man. We love you guys. Thanks for watching. And we will see you in the very near future.
Bye-bye.